I was gonna wait, but chat, is it time that we talk about the drama in the Yu-Gi-Oh space? The drama of the day. It's some good shit. So the other day, a certain someone by the name of Stephen J. Trifanowski put out a tweet. He tweeted something. What did Trif tweet? Let's see. Let's have a look. Best $8 I've ever spent. Let's go. -8 in order to acquire a check mark. And then what do we have as a response? Someone tags Chris Lofton, and Chris Lofton writes, this motherfucker paid for Twitter, KEKWing at Trif for having paid $8 for Twitter. But it doesn't stop there. Someone felt the need to respond to this tweet by Lofton. And that person is none other than Milano the Duelist. Milano the Duelist said, aren't you the dude whose following is carried by giveaways? Shots fired. You're the guy whose following is carried by giveaways? Holy! So to that, Milano also said, Lofton, your only potential comeback is challenging me to duel and successfully defeating me. Milano said, shots fired. Fucking put your money where your mouth is. Duel me. Chris Lofton said, no, my following's from being generous and giving back to the community. Your move, duelist. And then we go back to my boy Stephen J. Trifanowski, and Trif tweeted, you guys should deal with it like real men and duel. Milano said, it's official. Me versus Lofton. Official, whoever's better match tomorrow. And then, you know what happened? They dueled. And we're gonna watch it. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to see who is the superior duelist. Duelist A or Duelist B to settle the beef. And Chris Lofton is going first in game 1. So here, we got a Bestial Lubellion, Forbidden Droplet, Magnamut, Droplet, and Branded Opening. Maybe we should hide the hands. So Chris Lofton going first. Gonna be pitching the Lubellion, adding the Serenir. Let's fucking run it, dude. Branded Opening, pitching the Serenir. Alright, then we got the Aluber the Boober being summoned. And we're going to be triggering the Serenir. Serenir sending the Branded Retribution. And then Chris Lofton gonna be activating Branded Fusion, dumping the Tragedy and the Albaz, dude. The Albaz. Summoning the Lubellion. And this is the standard play for Despias, adding the ad libitum, easy clap, we are shuffling back, and we are summoning the Mirror Jade. At this point, we are setting 1, and are we passing? Is that it? Are we done? We are proceeding to the end phase. We're going to use Mirror Jade, send the Albion, banish the Aluber to Boober, Albion going to set Branded in red, and we are passing turn. Enter battle phase, activate Freezing Curses. We are activating Freezing Curses to summon the Gary. Gary being summoned, attacking into the Mirror Jade. We're going to be activating the Branded in red, summoning the Guardian Chimera, using Chimera's Chainlink 1, Adlib Chainlink 2, and the Tragedy Chainlink 3, adding the Aluber with the Tragedy. We're going to be summoning back the Mirror Jade, and we are drawing 2 with Guardian Chimera and popping the Gary. We are using the Mirror Jade here on attack declaration, not going to allow the Gary to crash itself. So we're going to be banishing the Gary with the Mirror Jade, dumping the Lubellion. Going to be activating Pot of Prosperity in the main phase 2. Banishing 6. And we're seeing Nadir's Servant being hit off the top. Very, very powerful cards here. We are adding Metaverse. Are we just turboing Mystic Mine? Is that the play? We're summoning the Lava Golem over the Guardian Chimera and the Mirror Jade. Let's fucking go. Set 4 and pass turn. And it is right back to Chris Lofton. We proceed. High Spirits, pitch Serenir. Dump the Alba Lenitus. Insane. Serenir going to be dumping Branded Regain. Alright, standby phase Lava Golem pays 1,000, then we activate Metaverse, we activate Mystic Mine, and we say to our opponent, good luck, have fun, my friend. Main 1, battle phase, end phase, we have skipped the battle phase from Milano's side, we are passing back, we're setting 1 more, and we are passing once again. Let's fucking go. We are tribute setting over the Lava Golem, we are attempting to illegally activate Demise the Land, instead we are going to be using Runic Smiting Storm effect in order to banish cards equal to the number our opponent controls. Easy clap, the win condition here is deck out. Proceed to battle phase, skip it, go to the end phase. We are discarding for hand size limit the triple tactics talent. We are proceeding to the end phase on Milano's side. Will Lofton have a play here, or will he not? Proceeding to the end phase, discarding for hand size limit once again. Holy, we are passing. We are having a lot of fun under Mystic Mine right now. Activating Runic Dispelling, summoning the Hugin effect, discard to add a card, sending the Sereneer to negate, Dear Servant being activated, dumping the Entis, adding the Ecclesia. Entis will not be able to trigger. Activates Runic Tip. Banish top 1, please. Top 1, top 1, top 1. And Chris Lofton running low on cards. 13 cards remaining in their deck. Let's see. We're activating Runic Fountain. We have officially outed the Mystic Mine. Branded Banishment being activated, summoning the Tragedy, fusing with those 2 cards, most likely making a Stapelia. Oh, never mind. We are making a Blazing Dragon. Okay, cool, cool. Runic Destruction still banishes top 4, I believe. Are we activating the Fountain? Not yet. We're using the Freezing Curses. We are paying 6 for Masquerade, banishing 3 more. The Masquerade now negated. We are using the Runic Fountain to shuffle back 3 cards, put them back to the bottom of the deck, drawing 3 right off the top, and then we are activating another Mystic Mine! Nice deck. This deck's crazy, dude. This deck's crazy. We're activating Slumber, banishing the top 3 from our opponent's deck. Activating Prosperity. If we hit Runic Tip, it's game. And there's the Runic Tip. Runic Tip going to be able to add 1 and then banish top card of the opponent's deck. And then we just pass turn. And they are going to lose to deck out. Milano winning game 1. All right, we're activating Runic Destruction off the top. Milano being made to go first here. Activates the Runic Fountain. Activates Fountain, activates Slumber, banish top 3, and then we get to put the 3 back to the bottom of the deck. But we are allowing our opponent to activate Despian Tragedy in order to search. Unfortunately, when your opponent has effects that trigger when banished, Runic doesn't have the best matchup ever. Putting 3 at the bottom, drawing 3. We have refreshed our hand all of a sudden. We're setting 2 cards, and we are passing. Lofton going immediately into the battle phase. We're activating Slumber, banishing the top 3 from Chris Lofton's deck. Activating Runic Fountain, putting it to the bottom to draw 1 more card. And then Chris Lofton activates Evenly Matched. We banish the Fountain and the Huggin, keep the set card. And then in the battle phase still, we are banishing the Demise of the Land. Crazy duel. Normal summon a Luber the Boober. Adding Branded Loss. We already have Branded Fusion. Who needs anything else? We are dumping the Bestial Lubellion with the Albaz in order to make the Albion the Branded Dragon. Albion going to be activating, banishing the Albaz and the Aluber to summon Lubellion. Lubellion going to be able to discard in order to fusion summon, as well as Branded Loss going to be able to add another Albion the Shrouded Dragon. That's crazy. All right, so Lubellion going to be resolving here, summoning the Masquerade. And then we're using the Bestial Lubellion to bring itself back in order to activate Branded Beast here. We do not want to lose to Mystic Mine.
You play
dumping the Branded Regained, shuffling, drawing a card, setting 1, and passing. Branded Beast going to activate Branded Regained, and Albion going to set Branded in red. This is one of the boards of all time. Proceeding to Milano's turn, going into the main phase 1, activating the Dear Servant, off to a good start, paying 600 to do so. Branded in red going to be chained, making a second Masquerade. Entis going to be sent in order to add Ecclesia. We are triggering the Branded Loss and the Branded Regained, as well as the Entis. Prosperity banishing 6 here. What are we going to see? We see a Mystic Mine, but there's a Branded Beast on the board. You cannot Mystic Mine under Branded Beast. Activates the Runic Tip, paying 1,200 in order to add Runic Destruction. We're going to be Lava Goleming over the 2 Masquerades. Let's go. Runic Destruction, popping Branded Beast, banish the top 4. Okay, activate Mystic Mine. Solemn Judgment comes down. And now Lofton puts himself in a position where he's on a 4-turn clock for this Lava Golem. All right, let's see. We are normal summoning the Ecclesia, activating the effective Ecclesia, adding Dogmatica Punishment. And Milano the Duelist going to be conceding for some reason. Curious. Milano the Duelist has realized he could not normal summon the Ecclesia, and he was simply going to lose the duel because he had nothing past that point. Let us proceed in the direction of forward. Milano going first this duel, opting to go first. Activates Pot of Prosperity.
What do you do?
Banishing 3, and we see Mystic Mine, Golden Droplet, and Pot of Prosperity. We are adding the Golden Droplet. It's like Forbidden Droplet, but golden. We are activating Runic Fountain, setting 2 and passing. Here we're activating Branded and High Spirit, sending the Sereneer, sending the Albion. Adding the Albion, the Shrouded Dragon. Dumping Retribution. Foolish Burial, dumping the Tragedy. Adding the Aluber the Boober. Activates Runic Tip from hand, adding Freezing Curses. Top 1 being banished here. Albion going to be sending from deck to grave. What are we sending? We're sending Branded Fusion. Putting the Albion to the bottom to draw a card. Normal summon the Aluber the Boober of Duber. Adding Branded Regained. Activating Branded Retribution to add back Branded Fusion. Enter the battle phase, attack for 18. Main phase 2, activating Branded Regain. Setting. We are setting a lot of cardboard here, and we're going to go Albion, add Branded Beast. Okay, dude. Interesting. Activating Freezing Curses, targeting the Aluber, Branded in red being chained, making it so Freezing Curses will not banish any cards. Runic Fountain going to be paying 600 here in order to be shuffling back, I guess, 2 of them to draw 2. Putting those 2 cards to the bottom of the deck here in order to draw 2 cards off the top. I feel as though Milano is in a bad spot here. Pay 6 to activate Mystic Mine. Okay, good card. Pay 6 to activate Runic Tip under Mystic Mine. That effect of Masquerade is still applied as it is not an activated effect. And we are setting 5 and passing, skipping the battle phase, moving to the end phase. We are activating Cyclone on the Mystic Mine. Chain Judgment. We are paying 600 before paying half of our life points. Going down to 19. Branded Fusion being activated. Chain Freezing Curses on the Masquerade. Paying another 600. Banish top 3. Dumping the Albaz and the Tragedy in order to make the Albion. Branded Regain going to be putting back the Bestial Lubellion to draw a card. And we are digging for another out here. Adding the Aluber the Boober. Normal summoning the Aluber. And then Runic Golden Droplet being activated here. Gonna have to pay 600 for that. Using Super Poly to make a second Masquerade. We are summoning Frecky the Runic Fangs. Harpy's Feather Duster. Does Milano have a response to this Duster? We are using Smiting Storm, paying 6. We don't realize that we have to pay 12 here. Runic Destruction. You have to pay 12 for this, not just 600. I guess they're both not realizing unless one of these is negated somehow. Oh, the Freezing Curse is resolved. Yeah, he only has to pay 600. Milano on 100 life points can't activate anything. And at this point, after literally milling like 12 billion cards off of Lofton's deck, we attack with the Masquerade over the Frecky. And Frecky has an effect, which is if this card in the field is destroyed by battle or by card effect, target a Runic Quick Play spell in your graveyard add to your hand. But it also says when attack is declared involving this card in the extra monster zone, banish top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. But here you cannot use that because you have 100 life points, Milano, and you lose the duel. Chris Lofton taking the W and proving to Milano the Duelist that he is the superior duelist of the 2. Now let's take this right back to Twitter. I think Milano put it best. Milano being extremely humble here. Lofton TCG has proven himself that he is the superior duelist. What an end to a beefy saga, to say the least. This is a graceful L on Milano's side, and he says, I will get my rematch in a month from now, so it's going to be an ultimate training arc. Everyone prepare for the Milano training arc. But with that being said, GG's to Chris Lofton, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this epic duel replay.